Okay, this next unit is about triangles, obviously, and the relations in triangles. Hopefully you have already looked at the Quizlet that I put online, knowing those vocabulary words. Those are a really, really big deal for this unit. So let's start with triangle midsegment. A mid-segment of a triangle is a segment connecting the midpoints of two sides of the triangle. So your example here is DE. Notice how it is the middle. So what does it allow you to do when you draw a mid-segment? Because this is a mid-segment, it is like a midpoint for AD, so I can make those congruency marks. And because it's the midpoint on this side of the triangle, I can say that BE is congruent to EC, and I can make those marks on there. Okay, so that's triangle mid-segment. The triangle mid-segment theorem says that if a segment joins the midpoints of two sides of a triangle, then the segment is parallel to the third side and half as long. So we have a mathematical implication here if it's half as long. So if DE is a mid-segment of triangle ABC, then watch what I can say. I can say that DE is parallel to AC. That's what it allowed me to say. And I can also say that DE is going to be half the length of AC. I can also say that 2 times DE equals AC, because if I do 2 of those, it's going to be equal to AC. Okay, so look at that mathematical implication there. So if we look down here on example 1, it says identify all the pairs of parallel segments. Well, you've got this side of a mid-segment, so XY is a mid-segment. So now I can say that XY is parallel to QS. I can see this mid-segment of a triangle right here, and now I can say that I just covered up that letter. Now I can say that XY is parallel, I just said XY is parallel to QS, sorry. I can say this one, sorry guys, W, I can't see. WY, this mid-segment is parallel to QR. And lastly, I can say that this mid-segment right here, XW, is parallel to RS. Okay, so those are my parallel segment statements of a triangle mid-segment. So if you notice, every triangle can have 3 mid-segments in them. All right, look at number 2. We don't need to do number 2. We already did an example like that together, so let me move this up. Okay, so here, now we have some algebra. It says if L, M, and N are midpoints of the sides, and PR is 46, and PQ is 40, and LN is 17. It wants us to find each measure. So if LM, oh, no, I marked that wrong. LN. All right, this is 40. LN is 17. Okay, so now it wants the value of LM. So if I look at this mid-segment, I know that this mid-segment is half the length of 46, so it's going to be 23. If I have MN, if I'm looking at MN, this mid-segment is half the length of 40, which is 20. QR, if I'm looking for QR and I know that LN is 17, this is twice the length of 17, so that's going to be 34. And MR, right here, well, it's a mid-segment. So if this is 34, half of 34 is 17. Okay, so that's how I'm getting these numbers here. If you look at number 5, I know that 2 of these mid-segments, 2 of 7x, is going to equal 17x minus 18. That's how I have to look at it. 2 mid-segments is going to equal this whole length. So now I just solve it out, and I get 14x equals 17x minus 18. And you guys know how to solve equations, so I'm going to get 0 equals 3x minus 18. 18 goes on the other side. 18 equals 3x. So x is going to equal 6. You guys know how to solve that, but that's my setup, and so x is 6. Just make sure you're answering the question that it's asking. All right, look at number 7. Let's do 7, 9, and 10 together. Okay, so same thing on number 7. It's asking me now to find DE. So I know that 2 of the mid-segments, 2 times fx plus 1 is going to equal the whole length of 11x minus 25. So I distribute, you guys know how to do this part, plus 2 equals 11x minus 25, so 3x equals 27, x is then going to equal 9. I don't need to explain this part to you because I know you guys are rock stars in that area. So DE, if x equals 9, DE is 4 times 9, 36, 36 plus 1 is 37. So DE equals 37. Okay? That's how I'm getting DE. All right, if we look at number 9, we know our mid-segments, and now we need to find the perimeter of this whole triangle. So there's going to be a lot of work in here. Not a lot, but here's 49. So if this is 49, this length is going to be 98. If this is 42, this length is going to be 84. And now I need to solve for this side. So I know twice of 6x minus 1 is going to be equal to 13x minus 10. So here I got to do a little algebra, and I get 12x minus 2 equals 13x minus 10. So I get x equals 8. So if I know that x equals 8, I plug it in here. 13 times 8 is 104. 104 minus 10 is 94. So I know this length is 94. So now that I know all the sides, I'm going to add them up, and I can find the perimeter. So 84 and 94 is 178. 178 and 98 is 276. So 276 units is the perimeter of number 9. Okay, let's take a look at number 10. All right, find the measure of each angle. So now that we have parallel lines, you know when you have parallel lines, you have consecutive interior angles that are supplementary. You can have corresponding angles. So you still have all that going for you here. So I know that if these lines are parallel, okay, here's my transversal. So these guys are going to add up to 180. So 127. And so angle 1 has got to be 53 degrees because those are going to equal 180. So angle 1 is 53 degrees. I know that these guys are also supplementary. So if this is 59, this guy is 119, right? I think so. 59, no, 129. It's going to be 129. So angle 5 is 129 down there, 125 degrees. And I know that these guys are supplementary. So if this is 125, a linear pair, that's going to be 55. So angle 4 is going to be 55 degrees. And same thing here. I know that these guys form a linear pair. So if this is 127, this is going to be 53 degrees. Number 2. Also corresponding angles. And now you have a couple options. To find angle 3, you know that there are 120 degrees in a triangle, so you can take these 3, or you can take 3, 59, and 1. I know that 59 and 53 is going to be 112, and so to find angle 3, 180 minus 112 is 68 degrees. Okay, so that's how I'm piecing my angles together. Hopefully, mid-segment makes sense. If you have questions, again, I encourage you to come to tutoring, but that is the notes for mid-segment.